J woman, see how high she flies. Ooh, J woman. Yes. Welcome. Welcome. We are pulling cards right now. Welcome into the live. I just started. If you're catching this, I just started. Tell me where you're at. Tell me where you're watching from. This is your first time catching me. Nice to meet you. My name's Corky Cosmo. No, it's Carrie Ann. I go by the Corky Cosmo. Welcome. We're doing the spirit messages for the new moon in Virgo. We're looking at the stars and where the planets are in the real time and the sidereal. Okay. Sidereal, watching the stars. Hey, welcome whistleblower. Hey, Marjorie, cosmic mother. Woo, you're gonna love the cards we've already pulled. Spirit is setting the tone for us today. Oh my goodness, I wish that I could have my camera like, I guess. I'm gonna keep looking like this. All right, my table's here and I'm here. Welcome, hey Gigi. Hey, tell me where you guys are watching from. Hey, welcome. Tell me where you guys are watching from. What time zone are you guys in? Oh my gosh, Spirit, I was like supposed to go live at 2 and then that did not happen. My son, I had to go pick him up from school because he wasn't feeling, he was feeling hot. He had prickly heat and that's not fun. I don't know if you've ever had that. And it's midnight. Oh my goodness, look at you. Spirit messages for real. bedtime stories for you. And then I had to come home and take care of him, and then I made dinner. And my fucking charcoal grills, man, they take forever to get ready. They take forever. It's the only downside to a charcoal grill. Yeah. And then my neighbor came over right when I was gonna go live at 6. Like, she came over and was holding space for her. I was like, all right, Spirit just did not want me to go live until now. And it's like 7. It's like, I did say that I'd go live this evening and I tried to make it earlier and that didn't happen. So here we are. And dude, we got so many things that are coming in that are good. So first off, we're starting with the Voyagers Tarot is the tarot deck. I mean, I've got a lot of tarot decks out here right now. So I have we're going to end up using the Angel Wisdom deck. I've got my Oracle, Fairy Oracles. I got the Voyager. I love the Voyager deck. This one's such a good deck. Anyways, the cards that flew out with that was the very first card that flew out. I know you didn't see me shuffling, doesn't matter. I don't care. You can believe me or not believe me. I'm not trying to stack the deck. You understand? This is spirit messages. This is for who's watching, who's in here, and who's meant to hear this, okay? I work on the monadic wave. So I represent an aspect of the monadic soul fractal, the monad. If you don't know what that is, look into that. And so if you're catching this, you can be connecting into the monad as well. That part of this, there's multiple soul fractals. I connect to the monad. The cosmos, the Elohim, the cosmic rays, Ursa Major. Okay, if you're like, oh my God, I can't do the Elohim, that word. Okay, we're talking about the 7 stars of Ursa Major, or the cosmic rays, or the builder rays. The builder rays that establish the psychological, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical foundations of this human experience, if you will. You know, yeah. So the card that flew out that is setting the tone, and you know it, we're in harvest season. Okay, this is Virgo. She is the harvest. She is birthing and she is seeding. All right, we pull plants, we put plants in. Okay, we till that ground, we re-mineralize it with different seeds, different plants, so it doesn't always absorb the same. You know, taking all those nutrients and put it out of the soil, so we put new nutrients in with different plants. This is Virgo. All right, we have Sun, Moon conjunct. That's what gives us the new moon in Virgo. Then we also have the meteor, that's Lenore, is going to be closest to the earth, okay, tonight, and it's been in our atmosphere for 1,000 years. Either way, I don't give a shit what any of that stuff out. I mean, I do, but what people define it, okay, how people define it. When we see objects, what we need to understand is that it is going to affect us in the noosphere. It's going to affect our aura. It's going to affect our energy. It's going to bring elevation or acceleration. And this time we're seeing abundance because this is the harvest, okay? It's not the harvest moon, but this is harvest season, all right? This is a lot of rewards for a lot of people for all the hard work that you've put into yourself, to your self-development. Okay, this isn't about hustle culture. This isn't about, I mean, it's not about hustle culture. It's really redefining how you create and how you receive, okay? And doing all of that inner work. This is a culmination of I know people are closing out 18-year cycles. People are closing out 7-year cycles, okay? So, and then people are, it's the 18 and 7 are the big two, especially with those group 7 stuff that's trending online right now that I find hilarious and amazing, because 7 is spirit fully descent into the form, and that is what I have been receiving through my channel, which is the divine, like the beings that are connecting into the soul, this monad, okay, into this fractal. These are the beings that have been doing deep, deep purging of ancestral karmas and pains and sufferings so that they can be an empty vessel, meaning that they have been dismantling the belief systems of the ego and the identity and the personal reality. Welcome everybody. Yvette, John, thank you for joining. Hey Tej, what's up, sister? Mwah. Yes. And Cinderella Punk, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So if you're joining, you are in alignment to receiving, okay, this reward, whatever that reward is for you. But for the collective that I'm connected to, it is about being an empty vessel for the divine to flow through. That means that you get out of the way and allow the divine. That means that your desires and wants and all this other shit take the back seat while your forward movement with what divine will, not your will, divine will. And you will have had to sacrifice, and you will have had to go through many, many deaths, dark nights of the soul, okay? So this is reward. I love this. What is actually drawing my eye? I'm seeing, like, I got Saturn here. This, again, 10 of Worlds. This is material success, material, physical. Everything you've been doing in the spirit is now making it, like, it has made its way into the physical, all right? Everything is already existing all at the same time. This is about alignment, and you have done the clearing, okay? Everything is always existing. All of these perfect timelines have always been in you. It was just like your house, like in your room, you know, say that you got back from a vacation and you were unpacking all of your suitcases, your whole family suitcase, on your bed. You know your bed is underneath that shit, but you can't lay in your bed and go to fucking sleep until you put all your clothes away from your vacation, right? And put all your suitcases, everything off your bed. Okay, so that's what it's been. But on a genetic level, you've been doing your genetic laundry. You've been washing. Okay, and now the clothes are out hung and they're dry, and you folded it, and now you get to wear these nice clean clothes. Your reward, your material, okay, you know it's there. And so, I don't know that analogy. Who is a housekeeper? All right, must be, thank you, great analogy. Yes, there must be some mamas in this one, because that is totally a mom analogy, by the way. All right, so I'm really seeing Saturn here, the rainbow bridge, the Asgard from Midgard, from living in purgatory, you know, in hell, okay, experiencing the hell, purging it, and then moving into the Asgard or into the heavenly realm within yourself and receiving that. That's the bridge. Saturn is the bridge to the higher realms. So, and you have achieved this to whatever extent in your personal development journey. Yay! And there's so many cards that back that up. Okay, because the next card that came through was ecstasy. Oh my God, it was ecstasy. Yes, Ace of Cups, new beginnings, and I even got the Fool after that. Okay, so reward, ecstasy, new beginnings, emotional fulfillment, Ace of Cups, emotional energy. Emotion is energy and motion. So emotional fulfillment, whatever that looks like for ecstasy. But here's the thing, the new moon is in Jinki 46. All right, Jinki 40, it's ingressed into Jinki 18 along with the sun. So our new moon energy was Jinki 46, the city of ecstasy, from seriousness, from being like in the shadows of the seriousness to being in the gift of delight and the city of ecstasy. And I do want to read from the city of ecstasy online because I have not read Jinki 46 in any of my recent lives. So we did 15, we did all the other ones, but we're gonna talk about 46, which is the city of ecstasy. All right, which is our cups, okay, our Ace of Cups, this new offer, this new beginning, okay, emotional fulfillment for all your fucking hard work. Again, this is that reward. This is your confirmation. Okay, this is any of those doubts that you had, the ruminating thoughts, the I'm not enoughness, all that bullshit. This is your confirmation, okay? Take what resonates. If it doesn't, leave it. Okay, if you don't feel aligned with this message, it may not be for you. Okay, but fuck, I came across your feeds for what reason? Okay, doesn't mean you can always just grab that energy and claim it and adjust and attune to it. Miracles happen all the time. Okay, let's keep going. So then we got the Fool, which is that new beginning. I'm seeing the baby. Again, we have Virgo, this new moon Virgo. This is the birth. We also have Venus in Virgo and Jinki 64, which is about illumination. Okay, this is spiritual illumination. I keep seeing the group 7. I know everybody's seeing group 7, which is fantastic because it's letting you know that spirit is coming fully into the vessel. Also, the 7th chakra is your crown chakra, which is always open. It's always open here on the outside, okay? It's always open here, but we have to open it. We have to bloom those petals, okay? And then there's the ego petals, or the personality petals, the ego, or the soul petals, and then finally it blooms the Godhead, okay? So there's like 3 layers to this esoterically, all right? Which deals with the rays, Elohim, or cosmic rays, okay? Or Ursa Major, or the Rishi, or the lampstands, or whatever you want to fucking call them, the builder rays, okay? So right now, this is that whole new world, shifting timelines, okay? That's what we've done. And now it's making manifest rapidly. So this is the time of the new beginning and a new birth of what you've worked so hard for. Again, you have been living your ancestral karmas and sanskaras, their patterns. Your life has been nothing but a replica of their patterns, unfortunately. And that's what this time frame has been about, was to clear the ancestral karmas. Also, we have Mercury conjunct Mars in Jinki 32, which is all about clearing ancestral karma, burning it white hot from the DNA. So all of this is very much aligned when it comes to the true sidereal cosmic transits. Okay, and you can find this on geneticmatrix.com if you subscribe for a pro membership. It's like $12.95 a month, and you can cancel anytime. The link for that is in my bio if you'd like to. It is a human design, gene keys, and astrology online software program. Geneticmatrix.com. That's the systems that I use. That's the system that I use. It has its limitations, okay? It does. It has its quirks and its kinks, but it is a beautiful software to use with human design, gene keys, and true sidereal astrology. It's true. They have true sidereal as an option. Anyways, new beginning. Hello, the birth, the Virgo of your soul. Like after you cleared the karma, again, North Node in Jinki 49, which is rebirth, is on the umpth degree. It's at 0 degrees of Pisces. That's the last. So it is transiting into Aquarius, okay? Plasma, consciousness, Okay, elevated consciousness, all right? And so the North Node is right there on the precipice of Aquarius, but nonetheless, it's in Jinki 49, the city of rebirth, all right? And the Jinki 4, which is where the South Node is at, is in forgiveness. So we have forgiveness and rebirth. It is a beautiful combination. So we have, what else is drawing me here? Because I keep being pulled, this bird, I keep seeing all these birds down here and these hands out. So it's like the bird's eye view, and again, the birds to me are about harmony and balance, and again, these higher harmonics. And like when you see reaching up to these higher harmonics, because their hands are coming through the owl, through the parrot, through the toucan. Oh my God, I remember the bird. The toucan, you guys can see the toucan here. The parrot and the owl, very intelligent, communicates wisdom. Okay, I don't know what the toucan represents, but he's just a really fucking cool bird, and always makes me think of like Rio, and like that's like salsa fun, Brazil energy. Okay, I don't know. Vivacious, vitality. New beginnings. Okay, and then the next card that came out from the Voyagers deck was Time and Space, the Judgment card. Okay, Final Judgment, and the motherfucking Sun. Like, come on. Reward, okay, ecstasy, Ace of Cups, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, all of this, all your rewards are coming in. Look at this. I can't make this up. New beginnings, a true rebirth. Come the fuck on. And then we have, again, Judgment, Pluto. Okay, this is bringing in balance for the soul, time and space. Look at this card. It is mesmerizing. I just love the abstract art in this. All right. And the Sun. Again, this is the raw consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the illumination, the gold, walking in prosperity. I mean, royalty codes coming in here. Judgment, again, this is it. The time and the space, the end of time and space, which is localization. The only time we needed localization was to have linearity. We experience linearity so that we can go through the patterns and cycle it. We can have space and time to cycle patterns, right? So that we can heal it. Beautiful, so we don't repeat it. So we can essentially stop time and just repeat. We cycle. Age of Aries, tropical astrology. Why is it there? So it keeps cycling humanity through the age of Aries, which egocentrism. Okay, me, personality, money, Aries. If it's not in check, if the energy of Mars is let loose, then it's greed. Look at that. Peace. Then it's greed, okay, and it's self-obsession, and it's personality-based astrology. Whereas, again, why we had localization, why we have cycles, and we're repeating is to purify. All right, is to purify the ancestral baggage. So why did tropical astrology exist for as long as it has in the collective mainstream media? It's so people can continue to repeat their cycles until they fucking bang their head against the wall so many times and they start to change their shit. That's why. What's up, Holy Trinity? So that's why it's existing. And that's why it's upholding. So we're moving out of that time-space continuum, the looping, and we've busted through, okay? Elevating into, hey, Alberto. We're elevating into Alberto. No, hey, warriors, Mwama, good to see you here. Welcome, everybody. So, yes, there's absolute fucking reward, abundance, emotional fulfillment, ecstasy, ecstatic bliss. This is all connecting into opening of the crown. Dang! I ain't never seen that before. What? I am a dragon. Shit. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. Dang. Thank you. Most talented. Thank you. And so we get that full and that rebirth into your true, authentic fucking expression without all of the dirty laundry on your bed, right? You get to go in there and lay down and be like, shit, it feels so good. You know what I mean? Like, how good does it feel? It feels so good to lay in your bed after a long vacation. That's like, it's a vacation, but it's like, it's not a vacation. You know what I'm saying? Nothing feels as good as like decompressing in your bed. You know what I mean? But all this gold, this is royalty codes. This is again, the return of the Christ. I mean, I say that, but it is. And it's the return of that Christ consciousness and the collective new leadership. And we see that here with what has been lost has been found through the, again, magical blessings coming through and motivation here. So what was lost, okay, in temptation in the garden, right? What was lost in temptation, okay, has now been found, and it is bestowing magical blessings, okay? This is like the three of chalices or three of cups in the tarot deck. I always see that these two like the same. It says, whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairies, blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. Absolutely. You can always bless others. So that is what we started this call with. When I was shuffling, just get ready for the energy here. So I'm going to put those off to the side. And I want to just discuss for a moment, all right, the new moon in Jinki 46. And I'm going to just read right over the city of Jinki 46. And you'll see how this all ties into the cards, the tarot that we pulled. How late am I? I started at 7, so 20 minutes, just 20 minutes in. Just 20 minutes in. And if you ever want to watch the replay of these lives, they're located on my Patreon. Just donate whatever, and you become a paying, you become a patron. You become a patron on my Patreon, and you can watch the replays. So Jinki 46 is about, oh, thank you for the gifts. Watermelon high, watermelon high. I should actually be playing music. I don't know why I'm not playing music. That is like a crime, huh? To not be playing music. So let's see, YouTube music. There it is. I like this song. Pay to Exist. Let's see. How do I turn this thing off? No, I don't want direct monitor. I don't know. My son set me up with like a whole mic system over here. I don't know how to operate it. I think I just need to turn it off. There we go. I'll just. Now my music is going to come. There it is. Tell me if it's too loud. So that's a song. Pay to Exist. That's a song that's on right now. I hit the start radio and we'll just see what music comes through for us. And let me know if it's just too loud, because I have headphones in and I can really only hear myself talking in my own head. Love that. Not too loud. Great song too. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. What are you guys setting your intentions? You've already programmed your water? You got your moon water, even though there's no moon out? It's super. It's like solar lunar energy out there right now. They have combined. This is making love. The sun and the moon making love. Did you put your moon water out? How about your crystals? What are you setting your intention? I am the fucking crystal. I've had my ass out in the sun all day. Hey sis. Welcome. Soul Star Blueprint. Welcome. Hey Gigi. She said, aw, love you, sis. Okay, so we're going to talk about Jinki 46. This is where the sun and the moon conjunct this fucking morning. Okay, in Jinki 46, now they have both ingressed into Jinki 18. All right, they're still in Virgo. Still in Virgo. All right, yes, she's giving me all the puffs and the hearts. I love you, girl. I love you, sis. What's this song right now? Oh, we're gonna get into some Latin music, because I was a Zumba instructor. I was a Zumba instructor, yes, but like I was a Zumbini. I was a Zumba queen. I just loved Zumba. I got my instructor's license thinking that I would be an instructor, and I did instruct a few times on stage with my friends that were legit instructors, but I never took it. I never went and well, I did one time, but not like I was getting paid by the gym. It's just the Zumba instructor never showed up. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it for the class. And we did. Wow, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you for the gifts. But anyways, so I love Latin music. If you don't know me, I grew up in Southern California in this tiny little podunk town called Blythe, and it's on the border of Arizona. And it is about 40 minutes from Yuma, Arizona, and about an hour from Calexico, Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up on the border, really close to Mexico. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I have a very gringa Latina energy about me. I'm also from Southern California. I think that's a lot of us out there, okay? Anyways, so you'll have Latin music come across my playlist often. I don't even know why I told you all that story, just because I had some Spanish music. I'm designing someone's book, so I'm listening, but hands are locked in. Oh, girl, do you. You be here with me. Thank you, Jen. Just you being here. I love your presence. Thank you for all being here. Absolutely. We're anchoring in amazing energies into this collective right now. Just ripples of fucking abundance and prosperity, Christ light, consciousness, healing into the collective. Your presence is so much more important than you could ever imagine in these transmissions when I go live, because we are really anchoring points for the divine. The divine flows through me, the divine flows through you, and super grateful for you guys just being present and all of us collectively holding this space together with this positive intent. So let's read about the city of ecstasy and Jinky 46, where this new moon began, and then we can jump into Jinky 18 and where this new moon is ending, if you will. So the 46 is about the science of luck. What we call, in the book, he describes about the rainmaker. You know, the rainmaker brings the rain because everybody believes that he's the rainmaker and he brings the rain. So belief is this, the power of prayer. Greg Braden, he brought this, into Gaia TV and really dove deep into the origins of the prayer, right? And that's essentially what the 46 is talking about, the science of luck. But it's not, it's the science of belief. And what we believe is what we create more of. Hence why we're in the short period of Satan, facing all of our fears and our ancestral fears and pains and suffering, so that we stop believing in the lack and the pain and the suffering, that we end all suffering, and that evolution now continues with joy and happiness and walking with the God self for eternity, which is the God self within us, and understanding our unity consciousness. But the 46 is the shadow of seriousness, and how our pain and our suffering can get us locked in that the over seriousness, right? Because we become victims to the pain and the suffering. We have identified with it. We think that we're bad because we're experiencing it, until you come into your spiritual awakening and you realize that the whole world's a bullshit, full of bullshit, lies, manipulation, and yada 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 yada. Hottie body yada yada. All right, that's the song that just popped in my head. Hello out there that's doing hottie body yada 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 yada. Okay. Girl, you ain't anything but serious right now. She's like, I'm not serious, yada, 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 yada. You do it, girl. Get the fuck out of that seriousness. Come into delight. Be in that delight. Be in the joy of the juiciness. Like, I kept getting just like things popping up, and I couldn't start the live at 2 when I wanted to today, right? And eventually things just kept happening, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna laugh about this, because obviously I'm not supposed to. This is why I don't make plans. People are like, oh my God, you gotta hustle, you gotta be dedicated, you gotta do this, you gotta set timing. And I'm like, that never works, ever works. And I work on divine time, which is spontaneity. And you're like, oh my God, never can be serious. I wish that I could plan. I've got 5 fucking planets in Sagittarius and my descendant there. And I am never gonna be able to plan. And it's not because I don't want to. There's been a time in my life before my awakening when I could plan. since my awakening have not. It doesn't work that way. I try. And shit, oh, I show up late to my own appointments. I showed up late to my mom's funeral. I showed up late to my own wedding. Okay? Hey. What am I waving? Oh, that's so cute. That was an interactive one. Thank you. That was adorable. The hamster. Oh my God, it's cute. Now, I'm not on a motherfucking hamster wheel, but that was a fun interactive one. I haven't seen that one. Sis, same. I just said this to some other Astro girl the other day. She said 6H is good for planning. What's 6H? You'll have to, oh, sixth house. Thanks, boo. I already, you telepathically sent that to me too, by the way. Sixth house. I have, my Uranus, no, I've got my Mercury and my Neptune in my sixth house. But right on that, my seventh house is where I got that stellium of Jupiter, Moon, and Sag, and my descendant. That's seventh house. So back before my awakening, my Mercury was like, and then after my awakening, my Mercury was like, we are tuned into the divine. You work on our time. And that's just how it's been. I'm a fifth house in Leo. So you have a fifth house sun? You have a fifth house sun in Leo? Is that tropical or is that sidereal? Ooh, we got to pull a chart for you. Most talented, not online. Don't put your damn digits in here. Do not do that because I don't want nobody doing nothing with your digits. You can DM me though. We'll talk about it. You can pull it up on Genetic Matrix. It's $12.95, and you can purchase it for $12.95. Make your own charts, blow them all up, and then cancel the contract with Genetic Matrix. I'm just saying, you can do all that, or you can hit me up. We can have a look. No idea. Love it. Well, that's what we can walk. I'll walk it out with you, boo. Or you can hit up my sister right here too. Sidereal Astrology, Kanisha. She's really good at this stuff too. She'd love to help you out as well. Got all kinds of astrologers in the house. Got Marjorie in here. Latasia is in. Or am I allowed to say your name in here? I probably shouldn't say your name out loud. We got a lot of astrologers up in here. True sidereal sisters in the house. Whoop, whoop. All right. So the gift of delight and the city of ecstasy. So we've learned that the rainmaker comes because why? Belief. There. So let's get to the city of ecstasy. And he calls it the orgasmic inner world. So group 7, your crown. Oh, I drew. Don't make fun of my chicken shit fucking drawings either, okay? But I drew, and this is what came through today. I know. I say my chicken shit drawings. Yes. All right. This came through today. So I kept getting Hecate. Oh, thank you. I kept getting Hecate. Yeah, the crown. Okay. So we're being crowned, and then this is the mother, the maiden, the crone. This is the blooming. Again, the moon is that satellite for the higher consciousness into the ether. Okay, that moon, the subconscious, the mother, the primordial mother, the void, all right, the cosmos, all right, the heart activation. This is all about your DNA, the Ida, the Pingala. This is the diamond that's in the coccyx. So it's the diamond seed, and this is the key. So it's a skeleton key. So it was like Hecate and the skeleton key and the crown, the crowning, and a whole bunch of shit that's coming, like that energetically aligned. And again, this is royalty codes being restored, active and fucking online. All right, that's what's coming in. And this is an anchoring energy and a harvest and a receptivity energy. So it is anchoring in the energy for the collective, but you are going to be blooming in that crown frequency, rising rapidly into your highest timelines, your true timeline, not the one that is connected to your ancestral baggage. You have, even even started this call, it just dawned on me. Ancestral baggage. The dirty laundry. You cleared the bed. You cleared all the dirty laundry. Now you need to go lay in the bed all nice and cozy. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that diamond DNA, that's celestial, babes. That's celestial. I don't know if I can convey the level of energy you will be radiating. Okay, you know when we're all like, oh my God, the sun's getting hotter, it's fucking scorching, it's burning. What the sun, there's a fake sun simulator now, blah, 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 blah. Actually, it's not. It's just the new sun. It's the sun. Our consciousness has been fucking elevated because we did all this inner work. It isn't because it's a fake sun. But that's what people think when they're in victim mind. They can't see that they're creating their reality. So they're like, oh my God, the world is going against me. It's okay. I've been there too, but not that, no. I always was against the fucking fake moon. I know, and they have patents for it and yada, 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 yada. I live right under that motherfucker, and I grew up under that motherfucker. I'll tell you right now, it's not a fake sun. It's a real sun. You get real downloads from that sun. I live right by the fucking Gulf Coast Ocean in Sarasota, okay? Under this sun. All right, no fake sun, it's real, it's just been elevated. And those frequencies, that higher consciousness field, you can absolutely receive it. She said, true dat. You can receive it. And you can tell too, I mean, there's so many things that are shifting every day in little microscopic ways. All right, so 46, the city of ecstasy. Delight invokes grace. This is about enjoying the ride right here. This is the part that you've been waiting for, is to enjoy the ride. This doesn't mean that you should have no goals in life or that you should end up being some kind of aimless drifter. It means that you hold your goals so lightly. Again, like I said earlier, with the divine, you're working in divine will, divine time. The divine is going to flow through you. So you can have goals, aspirations, and you can set things up. But if they get changed, you have to be willing to flow with that effortlessly. And my friends know that too. And even my group, my friends and our family, our soul family, we know this in the group. You know, like we have to be open to flow and change and expansion and contraction, baby, going with the divine. So stop being so fucking serious. Okay, it ain't that serious. I gotta hustle. No, you don't. Ah, it's the popcorn. My gosh, you're just like loading me with gifts today. Thank you so much. I did say I was open to receive, but bro, you're gonna make me, I'm the same color as my fucking shirt right now. The only thing you could tell the difference is because I got the bright blues popping out. You're making me blush. Thank you. All right, so the orgasmic inner world. You ready? You ready to have the orgasmic inner reality that you fucking, I don't even know if you can fathom it. Maybe you can fathom it. Go into the memory bank and bank it. So the 46th city is one of those cities that is really challenging to put into words, he says. Ecstasy is not a word that most people consider when they think of themselves and their own lives. And yet it is this block at the mental level that keeps you at a frequency far from ecstasy. Again, your beliefs. That is the trick with these words for these cities. If you can open your heart to receive the frequencies they represent, the frequencies begin to seek you out. Okay? What I seek seeks me. Acidic states are all a matter of magnetism. That's really what Jupiter's in Jinky 15, which, or did it move? I think it's, nope, still in Jinky 15. Thank you. Welcome to the fan club. And, oh, what's up? Dr. Peace of Mind. Stephanie. Welcome. Okay. So, where was I at? Frequencies. The acidic states, magnetism. Okay, Jupiter is in Jinky 15, which is the gift of magnetism and the city of fluorescence. Like, you just can't make up these fucking cosmic activations right now. It is surreal. But you do got to know the gene keys, like a wizard of the keys. Ooh, speaking of keys, a wizard of the keys. Again, Hecate, she's connected to the keys. She's also the mother, the maiden, the crone energy, the goddess of crossroads. Yes, because you're at a crossroad. Yes, you've gotten the key, and you've gotten the keys to your success. You've gotten the keys that unlock your prosperity in your fucking inner orgasmic world. Like, yes. Okay, so you have to, ecstasy is the highest frequency of the 46th gene key, and it occurs only through your heart. Fucking motherfucker. I was like, why did I draw a heart? This doesn't look like a key. Oh, but that's why. Because I'm just channeling. I'm just channeling. I'm just here. Like a little puppet for the divine. All right. So it is in fact the true nature for humanity. At this level of consciousness, which is really beyond all levels, the ecstatic realization of your true nature is so strong that it silences your mind the moment it is no longer needed. Oh yeah, it stops that chitta. It says, bitch, back that ass up. Okay, and gets out. You may think it is impossible for a normal person to live in a state of ecstasy and function in the world. Not true at all, he says. Ecstasy is your state whenever your mind comes to complete rest. In other words, as soon as your mind is required in the world, the ecstatic state fades into the background and your activity moves to the foreground. Then, as soon as your activity is complete, the ecstatic state returns. In this state, your mind is as silent as your life path dictates. So, meaning that you are only going to receive what you need. Okay? Hey, you will only receive what you need from this. Once you, you'll go through moments when it's like silent and you're like, what the fuck do I do? Because I've been going through this. And it's been a minute, probably since like 2020 and 2021, since I've been in that space of like, what do you want? And then it's like, boom, downloads come in, boom. And it's like, blah, 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 blah. But I have to wait for the timing, for the alignment for this. Like energetically, planetarily, like on the earth, like how many people, like it's, when I started this, it was 7 o'clock at night on the East Coast. Shit starts to wind down, okay? Energetically over here in Florida, the birds start to go to sleep. Okay, cicadas come out. So there's, what I mean by that is like, I just have to wait for the energy to be ripe and for it to be resonant, and then I can flow. And again, that's direct cognition. That's a lot of times that's how direct cognition will work. Streams just flowing. Okay, where am I at? So you may think it's impossible, right, to feel that state, but it's not. It's our natural state whenever our mind's in this state of rest. And so when you do experience the ecstasy awakening, or the ecstatic frequency, which is normal, okay, your mind ceases to be in the chitta and the luminescence, but the ruminating thoughts and all that, they dissipate because ecstasy eliminates it. So people who manifest the city cannot go unnoticed in the world. There are cities that can be hidden from most people's awareness, but the 46th city is not among them. The jacuzzi of love that swirls around these people is so tangible that it can be felt by the people of the densest frequencies. If you are highly developed in your own frequency, you can physically feel such a person's aura from miles away. People who manifest this ecstatic city in the past have left its imprints in the place where they lived, even though they may have passed away hundreds of thousands of years ago. The 46th city is any more powerful than any other city, because in essence they're all the same, but it's not any stronger or more powerful or more potent than any other citic state. It's just an expression of the divine state of consciousness. Let me skip around. I'm going to skip some stuff in that chapter. Ooh. I guess I don't get to skip that one. Okay, I was going to, but I don't get to. So the purpose, this is actually a really big deal with Jinki 46 because it deals with the codon ring of matter, which are the building blocks of spirit coming into the physical, which again, group 7 going around like it is on TikTok. I don't know if it's hit Instagram yet. I've never on that, but it's definitely all over TikTok because it's about the crown, right? And it's about the 7, which is spirit fully descent. I even started talking earlier about the 7, the cosmic rays. Oh my God, the builder rays and the planets. Oh my God, and the inner world. Oh my God, I'm just having so many epiphanies right now. Oh, my cats are so cute. They're scrumptious right here, laying next to me. So many epiphanies around this. Sorry, ADD, the ADHD squirrel moment. Their cuteness caught me. I was like, yeah, in that moment. Oh my God. Wow. So the 7 cosmic rays, the 7 planets, again, 777. 777 is the diamond body. If you're familiar with Keylontic science or Keylontic material. Anyways, wow. So much. This is bliss. This is 777 is the body of bliss. It's the Christ diamond capsule. Yeah, it is. Fucking fuck. This is spirit fully descending into the physical. Are you fucking listening to me? Are you fucking listening to me? I'm live, but yes. Are you fucking? Are you fucking listening to me? The trend. I mean, it's not a trend. Nothing is a fucking trend. Everything is talking to you. Your universe is always talking to you. I'm talking to you right now, right? The universe is always talking to you. It's your perception of it. Are you in fear? Are you in judgment? Are you in disbelief? Right? Of miracles, of your creator capacity and God's source's love for you, right? You didn't do all the work for no fucking reason. So I'm looking at you right now. All of these synchronicities are not for no reason. This is how you read the reality, or you allow other people to fucking read the story for you. You learn to read it, or you will forever being told how it is happening. Okay? It's constantly speaking to you. That's all that it is. It's Sophia, the mother, wisdom, speaking to us. Can you hear her? Do you hear what I hear? Can you see what I see? You're seeing group 7 because you're a part of it. Because you're a part of the 7, which is the spirit descending fully into the body. This is the aligning, attuning of all your inner planets, your 7 inner planets, your 7 energy centers, to awaken the 7th fully from the inside, to bloom the crown chakra, to bloom. We have 3 levels of the crown that have to be awakened. So that means you have major initiations in which you have to purify through. Okay, those initiations. And that purifies. As you purify, it'll open up different layers, levels of the petal, okay, the lotus within the crown. And then once it does, you have reestablished that full circuitry and you become a fully individuated rainbow bodied being. And you're still connected and you're still interdependently connected to the morphogenetic field of the collective. Okay, but you're not swayed by them, you're not manipulated by their energies, their tactics. You're energetically shielded. You have the golden fleece, the cloak of God protection around you. Your plasma body is active and you're impenetrable essentially within your frequency war, okay, spiritual warfare and other people's, like you won't absorb their energy anymore. Okay, you can be present and all the things. You don't even have, like, at that point, you're not having to be like, okay, I claim my space, all entities and energies and da-da-da-da. You don't have to do any of that anymore. It's done. It's solidified. It is grounded. It is online. And you are a expression of the divine. This is what, the bodhisattvas are experiencing. They just have their little fucking Gandhi ways of expressing it because they're in an ecstatic state. Okay, they're in that state of omniscience, or they're in, moksha. They go into the state of like liberation or, mental liberation where they come out of the body because will have the ability to do that. But they get so indulged in like the divine or in the essence and the frequencies, the higher frequencies, that they pop out and then they'll come back in. And this is, anyways, you can read all about that. You can learn all about that, right, if you want. But, wow, so many things coming through for this. So let's continue. The purpose, so the code, so Gene Key 46 is part of the codon ring of matter. And I'm going to summarize a little bit here, but that I need to explain for people that are not familiar with the gene keys. So it deals with your amino acid protein structure, the codons that make up the DNA, the protein chains in the body, okay? And each one of these gene keys, which are a codon, okay, they're a coding for an amino acid in the body, all right? And Gene Key 46 is specifically a part of a group known as the codon ring of matter, which these 4 codons are the building blocks, okay, from gestation to the first 21 years of your life. So you'll have Gene Key 57, which deals with gestation. You'll have Gene Key 46, which deals with the first 7 years of your life, okay? And then you have 2 other Gene Keys, 18, okay, or you'll have 48, which is your EQ, ages 8 to 14, and then you'll have your IQ, intelligence quotient, which is ages 15 to 21, okay? And that's Gene Key 18. And that's also where the moon and the sun have ingressed into as of this morning. After the full moon apex in Gene Key 46, they both ingressed into Gene Key 18. So we're actually having a new moon in 46 and Gene Key 18. So in spirit and in the IQ. So your spiritual quotient is what the Gene Key 46 governs, and that's your first 7 years of life. So the importance of Gene Key 46 is 0 to 7. You hear with the 7 again, okay? The first 7 years is spirit, the innocence of the child that was in the womb, okay, coming into form to physically, mentally, and emotionally develop. Okay, and then we have all of this unfolding in the first 21 years of our life, but it all happens in the first 7. Actually, it all happens in gestation, but it makes manifest in the physical reality within the first 7 years. All of the pain, suffering, and trauma that you will experience in your life happens in the first 7 years of imprinting in the physical reality. So the importance of Gene Key 46 is incredible, especially when it comes to the building blocks of our human form. And again, this is in Virgo, which deals with the form, the physical, because she is the feminine in the constellations in the zodiac that gives birth, that gives life to all, okay, creation. Hence, she's the harvest, okay, she is the mother. She is Mary as well. Yeah. Whew, that was a good one. Okay, so the purpose of the codon ring of matter is to be penetrated completely by the spirit. When this occurs, ecstasy is the organic result. Children who are brought up into this world surrounded by the energy of delight are children who need never to leave the state of ecstasy. Ecstasy also comes in waves, in orgasms that travel through the noosphere, or universal quantum field in which we live. The more people who experience such orgasmic energy coursing through their higher bodies, the upper bodies, okay, the more our planet will be transformed. One day, very soon, entire communities around the world will experience group awakenings in this orgasmic way. That is what is being conveyed through this new moon, okay? With all that is transpiring, don't forget we have 3-eye atlas, or whatever you want to call it, 3rd-eye atlas, or whatever, that is going to be directly behind the sun on the 29th, 30th of this month, okay? And that is, I don't care how you perceive it, that is going to be upgrading us energetically, because anything that comes into our atmosphere is going to fuck with the noosphere, and the amount of energy and types, the level, I say amount, but the level of intensity and potency that is going to be flowing through us. 60,000 like energies are micro plasma frequencies are fucking flowing through us constantly, okay, through this noosphere, or universal quantum field is what they call it, okay? The more people who experience such orgasmic energy, we transform. So these group awakenings are happening. This is what is being transpired through this new moon. The orgasmic energy will actually pass like a wave through the fractal lines of humanity. And there's always got to be a fractal line that begins pow, pow, pow. And then it's, again, Jupiter and Jinki 15, the fluorescence, the blooming, the final blooming, okay? That's what fluorescence is. It is the blooming of the flowers, okay, in bloom. All of us, we are flowering, crowning, I can never say this in Hindu. I really wish I could, but the crown chakra, the flower, okay, the lotus. So, na 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 na. There is actually no work more important on this earth than play. When we become truly playful, we reshape the nature of our collective reality. This is the great truth of the 46th city in its vast importance to today's modern, over-serious world. Only ecstasy can silence the mind. Only ecstasy can solve the problems of the world. Only ecstasy can lead to world peace and universal love. It has to bloom. Because this key is what unlocks it for everything else to heal. Okay, and be reorganized. Right on. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you. I see you, most talented. Thank you. I see you. I appreciate the love. Okay, those who have allowed themselves to be overcome by the 46th city are so overflowing with their own ecstasy that they rarely have been able to find words for their experience. Those who have found the words have nearly always spoken in poetry, which is the language of love. Such men and women, the ecstatics that they are, have not always found it necessary to remove themselves from the world, but have found their love within the world of the ordinary life. The 46th city revels in the experience of the marketplace, the family, and the ordinariness of the world. Personally, my favorite fucking thing is people. I fucking love people. She said, never mind, 46. Sorry, I didn't see your message there, sweetie. Life Path 7, I'm a Life Path 7 too. Wild. I'm just saying, maybe that's what the comment. How many here are Life Path 7s? Figure it out. All right, but for me, I love people. I love them, like in real person, in real life. Like I love going to concerts, and I love going by myself because I've learned I'm a butterfly, and I will just make friends wherever I go, and it'll be like the most amazing fucking epic time ever. And so yeah, I love like going to Reggae Rise Up over in I go to St. Pete for a lot of like the concerts that they have, the Jonas and all these things, but it's so much funny. Wild, right? It's fucking wild, dude. We are mirrors for sure. Like, Jesus. Yeah, we are such mirrors. So I love people. That's like in the ordinariness of life. I love my favorite thing about when I was being a desperate housewife, a mom, and living that soccer mom life in the Matrix was that I always had the parties at my house. Like it wasn't that I was getting drunk and fucked up. That was fun, but I would never do that anymore. But it was always like cooking for people, sharing the space, laughing, fire pits, burning marshmallows. Like I just love people. I love engaging and playing. The ordinariness of life is the most blissful. You don't have this experience anywhere else the way that we do here on the earth. And I know you know that. At least I hope you're aware of that. And this earth is so heavenly. It is so blissful. You're not physical at all, but yet you're sensually experiencing everything to its max. And it's magic. We live in the realm of fucking magic. And we're returning this realm back to its magic because the power of our faith and belief in ourselves and understanding, that we're living in a holographic simulation reality that's based off of our genetic resonance, and our belief systems are able to change that. And it's just, it's so juicy to be alive. I know it sucked. My first 40 years of life really were hard. I found a lot of optimism because I have fucking 5 planets in Sagittarius. Thank you. I blessed myself with that alignment because I knew the hell that I was going to have to go through. But still, like to be able to experience the rest of my life, you know, and bliss and gratitude. Oh, I know I'm making it about me, but I feel like there's so many people that can just like resonate with this. I love sitting underneath my fucking trees and like my plants and just being. It's bliss. It's bliss. There's nothing else to do. Everything is instantaneously in other realms. Like, this is so cool. We're Sims. Not Sims, but Sims. Totally with you. Yes. And you were just, yeah, Alberta was just visiting the springs. Like, it's so bliss. It's so beautiful. Like, we live in Florida, right? And freaking Kinesia, Sidereal Astrology, you know, she's, girl, I resonate with this because I really do not like my human design or birth chart sometimes. Yeah, they're, again, human design, I'm going to tell you right now, we have a tough relationship. It's a very tough relationship. I'm very tough and bullheaded in that relationship with human design, okay? But yeah, she's in Mexico and like bliss. Like you know, Costa Rica was amazing. I'm just saying, this world. Now, there's still so much more to see. Okay, so one day very soon, entire communities around the world will experience group awakenings. Okay? This is the great truth of the 46th city, and it is in vast importance today. Only ecstasy can silence, right? I know I'm all over the place. The 46th city revels in the experience of the marketplace, the family, and the ordinariness of life, of the world. These people do not really care what happens to them because the heart makes none of the distinctions that the mind makes. Repeat that. The heart makes none of the distinction that the mind does. Like a swallow darting about the skies, the heart swoops down upon life, playing and delighting with every waking moment and experimenting with every conceivable experience it can find. The heart doesn't care a tick about success or failure, past or future, life or death. It knows only that it is alive and beating right now. And that realization floods the being with the sweet liquid wine of ecstasy. Your ability to attune to the ecstatic nature of your body depends on your ability to let go of your mind and open your heart. That's why it's called ecstatic dance. Ecstatic dance is when you turn music on and you have no fucking mind whatsoever. You let go of the mind and you just follow the music. You just follow the beat and you just allow your body to limp it around if it wants to limp, if it wants to do the roly-poly fucking caterpillar across the floor, if it wants to hump the fucking ground and do some grindage, if you want to twerk your fucking ass cheeks and make it clap, if you want to shake your knockers, whatever. If you want to dang the wang, I don't care. Ecstatic dance, do it all the time. Yes, ecstatic dance is where we let the mind go and we just let the body flow. All right? And that is legit what it feels like when you're in a state of ecstasy. Like, come the fuck on. Just think about it after an orgasm. Your toes be twitching, your legs be like, la, 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 and you're like, don't touch, don't touch. And like, nothing is there. You're just like, ah. You're like, oh my God, why did we wait so long to do this? You know what I mean? Like, oh, it smells so good. And that's all you gotta say. Or you like tagged, I'm a Gemini rising, so I have a lot to say every time, right? Anyways, after, I'm like, good game. That's about all I'll say, is good game. Give them a high five or slap their ass and be like, thanks, bitch, I needed that. Right? You ain't got nothing else going on in here. You're not thinking about laundry or dishes or bills. Nah, you satisfied. You're in your body and you're just being. Love it. Yes. Yes. Thanks for the visualization. This is super dramatic, by the way. Whatever. Act as if y'all ain't had a good time. Okay. Thanks for following the fan club. Thanks for joining the fan club. Okay, so the heart doesn't give a fuck, okay? It just knows that it's here now and it's beating. So your ability to tune into the ecstatic nature of your body depends on your ability to let go of your mind and open your heart. It depends upon how grateful you feel towards existence for giving you this body and the experience of being alive. If you don't remember what that feels like, go nude and just go run around in your backyard naked. And put the the sprinkler on and just jump through it, okay? Just re-embrace your inner child. The divine GPMS world is... what are you talking about? Are you having like a sidebar conversation? Hey, do I have one of my monitors on here? Can you guys monitor her? Bounce her if she keeps talking like that? Thank you. Okay, so it depends upon how grateful you feel towards existence, giving you the body and the experience of being alive. If you have felt this ecstatic feeling even once in your life, then you can recreate it. And even if you haven't felt it, you can open yourself up to it. It lies within you right now. At the exact moment of you reading this, it's in you. It will always remain with you, waiting quietly within the very ventricles of your physical heart. All you have to do is invite it back into your life. I hope you guys caught that. All you have to do is invite it back into your life. No. Now we move on to the 18, where it's culmination. Well, it's not the apex of the new moon, but it is where the sun has ingressed today. And the city is perfection, and it is the Bodhisattva. I just can't make this shit up. It's the Bodhisattva. Okay? It is the Bodhisattva. I cannot make this fucking up right now at all. And it is the perfect mind. It is the collective IQ, intelligence quotient. The sun is there. Venus is, well, she rules the IQ. She governs it for the collective, intelligence quotient for the collective. Anyways, we won't get too deep into the Gene Keys-ness of it, although I have all of my crew up in the house. What's up, Cosmic Hub 144? I see everybody in here. Yeah. Oh my God, thank you guys so much for all of the gifts and the love. I seriously thank you so much. And everybody that's in here, welcome. What are your intentions? Are you getting all those rewards? Are you going to get your magical blessings? All right. Gene Key 18, where the sun is now ingressed and the moon as well for this new moon. In Virgo. So what's up, brother? MNB. He's my big heart. Big-hearted peace love. I think mountain big heart. When I see MN, I'm like mountain big heart. Mountain man. You a mountain man? I don't even know. Are you in the mountains? Are you a mountain man? Muffin man? I think he's a fucking... You just say, I'm the muffin man. Now you got Shrek in my head, all right? Now I've got muffin man, muffin man. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that. Beauty sees beauty. Thank you. But I'll redirect you over to this real quick. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Can you see that? Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, everything in my house is from fucking Goodwill or Habitat for Humanity or some thrift shop. I'm just gonna let y'all know that when you got a stallion in the 26, you looking for a bargain, bitch. And you have like 6 or 5 planets in Sagittarius. You're very eclectic, okay? But yeah, I got that. Oh, I was saying that is because I got that print, that picture, the beauty lies in the eye of the beholder at Goodwill. I know, who the fuck will give that beautiful piece away? That's the way, man. It is, though. I splurge on way other areas than my furnishing. But my furnishings look good, though. Everything matches in its mitchy-matchy way. I mean, look at my clock. I got that at Habitat for Humanity 2 years after getting this at Goodwill. And they match, ironically. I volunteered at thrift. Oh, I love that for you. That's so fucking good. That's awesome. That's awesome. I couldn't volunteer there. I would take all the good stuff. That's where my greed would come in. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, music just started. Oh, music just started out of nowhere. It says, my hot body. Look what the body can do. Oh, every little step is just for you. Oh my God. Ah, look what my hot body can do. Are you fucking serious? Oh my God. I'll wash away all your fears. Ooh. Ooh. She's talking about that magic. Ooh, a gushy magic. Mmm. I open your eyes to a world brand new. Ooh, I spirit. I love it. Ooh, look what my hot body can do. Mmm. I love this. Ooh. Dancing slow and fine. Oh my God. That's amazing. Amazing. You just like, my cheeks are so sore right now. These are sore from smiling. I know, right, Jen? Good stuff. Like, what? I hope you guys caught all those lyrics. I probably should read them, but I mean, it's here. How do I don't know how to read it. When I don't know how to read oh, there it is. So I have to hit pause. I'll have to hit pause. Do you guys want me to read the lyrics? Do you want me to read the lyrics, or did you guys hear? I know alignment, right? It's everybody's like, now we know, we got it. We're so fucking in with this. We know spirit messages. Yes. Yes. Oh, you want me to read them? Okay, I'll read the lyrics then. Okay, fine, cool. I just didn't want to bore you guys. Whoop.
Live?
Yeah, I'm live, yeah. You're good. I'm gonna have to look it up. Copy, because it's not pulling up on there. Lyrics. Lyrics. It says, la 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 la. All right, it's what?
Oh, apparently there's like a new thing going around on TikTok where there's like bots and they send these things, and if you like, if it's like a URL or something like that, the second you click it, it instantly gets your TikTok banned.
Okay, so Sun is saying watch out for random URLs coming into your DMs or in your comments or in your lives, and if it's like a URL with a link and you click it, it automatically gets your TikTok banned. So he's saying watch out for that. Thanks, bud. Having a Gen Alpha and a Gen Z kid is very helpful in these times. Okay. And they're very tuned in, tapped in kids. He said, thanks, bud. We got people saying thank you.
You're welcome. Just stay safe, guys.
He said, just stay safe, guys. Shit's sus out there. He didn't say that part, but I did. Look good looking out. Oh, yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. I know, he's so sweet, right? All right, so the lyrics said, initiating rage process. It says, look what the hot body can do. Look, focus. Look what my hot body can do. Body be dancing. Slow wine, summer body so fine. Drive Porsche, Panamera in sight. To Quantamera inside. Make sense, oh, make sense. Oh my God, I need resistance. Fragrance smelling from the distance. Makes sense, oh, makes sense. Controller, I get remote from my holder. That doesn't sound good, actually. That sounds like a fucking handler. It says, controller, I get remote for my holder. I get remote for my holder. And make your body slow when I slow down. I put it on low. No go loud. You know things I want to do tonight. Anyways, open your eyes and look and see what the hot body can do. Look at the hot body, be dancing, slowing. I think these lyrics aren't necessarily what it says. You know, whenever like it tries to pick lyrics out of a song and it like makes it, I don't know. Anyways, all right, I think it was just better in the experience of it, to be honest. Either way, I liked it. Next song. All right, I'll just let it play. Now let's dive into Gene Key 18, which is the city of perfection, okay? And it is dubbed the Bodhisattva. And the Bodhisattva. So the city of perfection, it is the shadow of judgment and the gift of integrity and the city of perfection. So let's go into the Bodhisattva. This is a very long one. It's 2 pages. I guess it's not as long as I thought it was going to be. I thought there was a page on the back. Oh, my fro. Sorry, that doesn't sound, I know it didn't sound like the song either, right? It didn't, like I said, I think it was just like the AI trying to pick out the lyrics, but I'm not going to waste any more time trying to find the actual lyrics for that song. It was a new release, so I don't know if the lyrics have, I only have YouTube music. I don't pay for Spotify or Pandora, if that even exists anymore. But yeah, because I already pay for YouTube, so why the fuck am I going to pay for Spotify? I know a lot of people have Spotify. I just don't. I just don't. If I have a YouTube channel, why the shit am I going to pay for Spotify and YouTube? It's not going to, no. You get all the same music. Well, you're welcome. Okay, so the city of perfection, the Bodhisattva. Just as the 18th gift completes our journey from childhood to adulthood, the 18th city shows us how to heal our mental anguish and assume our place in the universe as whole adults. We've graduated, we've become adults. Can you believe that, bro? Sis, we're adults now. Yeah. It does this through, no, but seriously. It does this through tireless, compassionate service to the vision of perfection. And it's not perfection as you would see. Everything's got to be perfect. It's about imperfection. It's never been about perfection. It's always been about evolution. If you've evolved beyond what your ancestors acted, behaved, believed, experienced, you have perfected. You understand? There's no such thing as being perfect. Flaws and all. Autisms, ADHDs, Ds and ADDs and all these things and tisms and bonus behaviors. You understand? You're perfect, you're whole. Okay, you're perfect, you're whole. It was this beautiful, I think I shared it on my, reposted. I definitely reposted it. But like, stop giving us labels. It was a video talking about stop giving us labels, like that. So psychology wants to label us, right? And start labeling us as elements. Like, you have the spirit of the wind. You have, instead of the ADHD, you have the spirit of the wind within you. You just get caught off and taken off into the next thing. I reposted it. You'll definitely see it on my repost if you go to my page and you want to check it out, or I'll put it in the stories. Okay, now I got Jericho playing in the background. This song is not even thumbs up on my playlist. And it's a remix. I remember when the song came out, I was in such a state of like separation and anger and dissonance, reptilians and the draconian. I was all in this fucking Keylontic stuff, right? And she came out with this music, and I hate the Greys, right? Because they're the future of the humans that didn't actually evolve. They de-evolved. They became the Greys. That's what humanity turns into whenever they breed out empathy and they totally go into a false state. They become the Greys. But anyways, I was so in this like just docile place a few years ago when she came out. I think it was 2023, yeah, when she came out with the song. I even put it on my Instagram like this, well, because they use music to loop and to create like looping thought forms, but I was like angry about it because I was like hearing it over and over and over. I was like, get this fucking song, you know? And I wasn't thinking like, oh, the universe is speaking to us and this is beautiful. No, I was in all that dissonance. So you can grow a lot, and you can grow a lot. Just saying, wherever you're at, you can still grow. But now I like the song. Why did I turn it all the way down? So Jericho's on. I'm a missing link to this illusion here. We're here to change it. So, okay. So the 18th city shows us how to heal our mental anguish and assume our true place in the universe as whole adults. It does this through tireless compassionate service to the vision of perfection. When you put your integrity in service to the whole, an amazing thing happens. You become more and more dissatisfied. The more good you do, the more you realize how much more you could do. This is known as divine dissatisfaction. Oddly enough, Pluto is in Gene Key 58, which is the shadow of dissatisfaction. Just letting you know. Just it's direct in there too. So everywhere you look, you see the world, how the world can be improved. As you become more and more anchored in your integrity, you aim higher and higher in your service. Perfection is the highest vision a human being can aim for, and you do begin to aim for its highest of ideals, not for yourself, but for the sake of the world. At this level, you are using an archetype of judgment to challenge the fabric of reality itself. Confirmation verbs. The higher levels are infinite and therefore seem impossible to attain, like the Zen koan that cannot be solved. The Zen koan is like, again, when one of the gurus or sages give you like, or like, this is a good example for, you know, Americans, you know, you get a new boyfriend and he tells you, you know, I need you to go get some some blinker fluid, right? It's like a Zen koan. It's unattainable. It doesn't exist. There is no answer, right? So sages will do this to their devotees and get them spinning, and eventually, they realize that there is no answer for that. That's what he's talking about. Maybe you already knew that. Maybe you didn't know that. I was explaining that for the people that didn't know that. Okay, so if you keep aiming for perfection, it will eventually blossom within you as a natural state. You will pass beyond the very definition of perfection. The 18th city contains some profound paradoxes. Living in a state of perfection entails the death of the mind, and as such, perfection is an ending. Again, Moses couldn't go any further than the mountain. Moses represents the mind. Okay, then he had to transcend to become, I think it was, Enoch. Moses. Transformed. It's not coming through. So living in a state of perfection entails the death of the mind, and as such, perfection is an ending. When you realize perfection, evolution ends. When you realize perfection, it's a realization. When you realize perfection, evolution ends. But the 18th city is the source of the tradition of the Bodhisattva's vow. The Bodhisattva is a being who forgoes his or her highest state of consciousness in order to stay in the world and help others attain that state. This tradition holds a deeply metaphoric genetic truth. Our genes are all bodhisattvas programmed to serve the whole until it has attained perfection. We have seen that the 18th gene key is designed to ensure human health by constantly challenging our environment to come in line with higher principles. What then is perfect health? This is an interesting question because it involves the whole of creation. The true physical health of humanity cannot be attained until all human wounds have been healed. The true physical health of humanity cannot be attained until all human wounds have been healed. Hence the short period of Satan while we're all going through the karmas and the sanskaras. And it is the end of time. Okay? The end of times. Okay? And that is in order for us to keep looping, and why they have tropical astrology is to keep fucking looping. Okay? So that you can burn through the karmas, because you'll still go through the cycle and cycle and cycle again until you burn through it. And that's what this whole fucking end of time is all about. So that we can collectively come into perfect health, so that we can manifest into the seventh root race, which is the celestial human, which ends the human evolution and begins the celestial evolution, which we are the seventh root race, not the sixth. The sixth root race were the indigenous races. Afro-indigenous, Mesoamerican, Native American, indigenous, Viking, indigenous, Celtic, indigenous, Celtic, whatever, Gaelic, you name it, European, indigenous. They're all pagan. Oh, they're pagans and my Christians coming in and oh, kill the pagans. Yeah, they're all indigenous. That was indigenous living. Witches, herbalists living with the earth. Indigenous, white, black, brown, fucking yellow, Asian, didn't matter. We were all indigenous. There was six root races over. It's done. It's already happened. We're at the end. The seventh root race. I don't care if Alice Bailey, Helena Blavatsky, Manly P. Hall, Rudolf Steiner, and Richard Rudd all say it's the sixth root race. They're wrong because they were unaware. And they were listening to the garbage that history, his story of the Rothschilds and the occult were telling them. We are the seventh. And that's why we're coming into perfection, because it's ending the evolution, because the shit show is about over. Yay! And now we get to live heaven on earth forever, for eternity. Although we're going to elevate to a whole nother frequency because we'll project a whole new reality. So this hologram will fucking completely shift. Yes, yes, queens and kings. The restoration of the kingdom. Yes. Okay, so perfection is the highest vision a human being can aim for, right? The higher levels are infinite and therefore seem impossible to attain. And that's why they're given these unsolvable mental matrices to go through. So that if you aim for perfection, you will eventually blossom, okay? And that state of perfection will eventually blossom within you as a natural state. You will pass beyond the very definition of perfection. The 18th city contains some profound paradoxes. Living in a state of perfection entails the death of the mind. As such, perfection is an ending. When you realize perfection, evolution ends. But the 18th city is the source of the tradition of the Bodhisattva. Okay? Our genes are that Bodhisattva. We have seen the 18th gene key is designed to ensure health. Okay? Even though a human may attain a state of perfection beyond all human understanding, the body is still a part of humanity. And as long as there are still wounds in the world, almost nobody can experience perfect health. In other words, perfect health cannot occur unless the whole is healed. This is why the acidic states of consciousness still have a purpose in the world. They reflect the state of inner perfection to all humanity, so that in time we will recreate that state in the outer world as well. The 18th city is also will also one day bring a new science of mental healing into the world. This science will be built upon the understanding that the mind is an energy field existing on its own plane. The mind is an energy field existing on its own plane. As we begin to unlock this city, so our minds can be used to heal mental, emotional, and physical problems instantaneously. This is why if you have Jinki 27 in your chart as one of your main planetary placements, okay, or nodal placements, Jinki 27 is the gift of instantaneous miraculous healing. It's in Taurus, the Pleiades, and you will carry the aura in your body to, once you have been able to contain, heal your own self, you will be able to heal mentally, emotionally, and physically others. It is the gift of instantaneous miraculous healing. And yes, it is in our genetics, and we do have those supernatural abilities if that is one of your main components in your natal chart. You have it. You have Jinki 27. Of course you fucking do. So do I, boo. Of course you do. So you have the I am because we are. I am because we are. I love that. So we are able to heal mental, emotional, and physical problems instantaneously. Even deep psychic disturbances like madness can be completely healed through contact with the 18th city. It will herald a new age of healing in which human perfection will come thicker and faster than we may believe. That's this time right now. The codon ring of matter ensures that the whole of humanity must one day reach a state of perfection where evolution ends and we as a species finally enter the dimension of eternity. Bum, bum, bum. And each of the gene keys within this ring, the codon ring of matter, are responsible for an aspect of this spiritualization of the material plane. It is the spiritualization of the material plane. This is what group 7 is. That's what Spirit's telling us. It is the spiritualization of the material realm. It is Spirit fully descending into the physical. Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Everyone can heal. Yes, everyone can heal. Yes, but this is specifically talking about those that are active or have the Siddhic state, Jinki 18, that codon, active in their DNA, and they are able to emanate instantaneous healing in others. Instantaneous. So it's Jinki 18 and Jinki 27. Those are two of your miraculous healing keys. Jinki 18 is my Pluto. Very familiar with this. This is what I did the first few years that I came into my healing journey, was perform miraculous healings on over 500 people, probably 1,000 at this point. Plus, I know lots. I do them all the time, pro bono healings on people. But it's up to them to receive it too. They have to believe it to receive it. You have Jinki 27, Venus, and damn girl, you got it. And then you got the 28, which is the gift of the immortality on the other side. I've been teaching that for 10 years and everyone can I love that. Thank you, Christy, for sharing and healing and teaching these beautiful beings that have come into contact and resonance with you to share that gift. It is so fucking amazing to hold that space for so many people. I'm telling you. Howdy, Jesse. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so these people, so what are we talking about? The 18th city contains the knowledge of how to bring perfection to earth through the mental plane. To the one who lives within the city, perfection is already here as an imprint underlining all creation. These people live in the Eden that we all long for, but paradoxically, they must help move that state from the inner reality to the outer reality. The 18th city is not often seen in the world today. It involves the incarnation of an archetype of perfection. Such people are tireless in the service they give to humanity. Paradoxically, they know through personal spiritual experience that the world is perfect exactly as it is. There is nothing about the world that needs to be improved. Yet they are driven by this archetype of perfection to keep tirelessly improving both themselves and the world until the day they die. All beings within this Siddhic state share the dilemma of having completed their inner evolution, yet finding themselves still living in the world, the bodhisattvas. You can, but it depends on how readily they are to receive it and what it is that they are experiencing in their body. You gotta sometimes do a couple. So sometimes you gotta do a couple sessions with these people. I've had that happen. Mainly with my male clients It has been where it gets sticky. The hardest one to heal was the testicular cancer. And he had anyways, that was a long time ago. Okay, one of the great universal laws is that energy flows through. This gene key has an enormous power over the mental plane and can completely reformat a person's mental reality. Someone demonstrating the 18th Siddhi is above the victim mind. When they look at someone, even someone who appears genuinely evil, they see only the higher self hidden in that person. Yes, it's fucking scary. By holding this high thought frequency around that person, they actually influence hidden currents of energy that raise the frequency of the other. This is called Siddhic thinking. And it involves thinking with the heart. This is much more than positive thinking. Siddhic thinking is really an energy field surrounding the aura of the one manifesting the 18th Siddhi. And in this sense, it should not be considered thinking in a normal sense of the word. Each gene key has its own higher programming function. Some are designed to just sit there and awash in the bliss of their nirvana, whilst others have a far more defined roles to fulfill. The 18th Siddhi actually serves a very mystical purpose. It heals the split in the mental plane itself, bringing humanity closer and closer to its realization of oneness. It cannot and will not sit still until this great rift, I'm sorry, I put those two words together, this great rift in the world mind has been healed. Higher reality perceives the mind not as a mere function of the human brain, but as a mental body or plane woven into the living aura. This mental body is both an individual construct in the human auric field and a great plane that unites all human beings as one, which is why it's talked about when we are done with our human evolution that we are moved into the heavenly realms. That's the mental plane. That's the Buddhic plane, okay, of the cosmic being in which we exist within. Because we're cells in a cosmic being. So, hard to fathom, but we are. That's why I was not happy doing the therapy under the system. No, absolutely not, because you're contained to their limitations. It's the main reason when I wanted to go back to school to become a psychologist, therapist, or whatever, whenever I began my journey, because I still had money with my VA and I could go back to school and just get a master's degree in psychology, my therapist actually told me don't. He's like, you're doing greater work with the flexibility that you have as a quantum life coach than you would as a psychologist or a psychiatrist. It's like you would not be able to do as much because of those degrees or those formalities, if you will. So that's why I never went and got it. What a blessing having someone stop you. I know I'd already had my degree. I didn't need another one. That's it was good. It was good to come across him. He was very helpful. He actually helped me move through the bigger traumas, and he did perform like an instantaneous healing. I have not had any like anything to do with the rape and the molestation and the abuse that happened to me when I was a child. He walked me through that. I was so grateful for him and the man that paid for it. It was all miraculous. I've had so many miracles happen in my life. I'm so blessed. But yeah, exactly why I call myself a mentor now. You are a mentor. Yes. Amazing stuff. Yes, it was. It was really good. Dr. Quintal is his name. If you're curious, Dr. Quintal. He specializes in sex trafficking victims off the port of Miami or Fort Lauderdale. You know, when they get the women from the trafficking, he volunteers with a group of others down there to help those victims heal. Yeah, and I got so lucky to be gifted sessions with him from a billionaire that I didn't know I was having lunch with. Just some wacky dude at a Thai restaurant, and he had just came from a retreat in a city that I had just moved away from, and it was all perfect synchronicity. I've had a lot of miracles happen in my journey, so I know miracle when I feel one coming, and there's a one a coming. It's a brewing. Oh, Mary Poppins, the song, it's a brewing. You know. Woo. Okay, what's that song? I'm gonna put that on. That's the one I want to hear. Mary Poppins. Poppins. It's brewing. Yeah. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. That song. Yes, welcome. 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 Okay, I'm going to finish off the city. So the 18th city is above the victim mind. When they look at someone, even someone who appears evil, right? They can see good. They see the higher self. That's called the Siddhic thinking. So each gene key has its own higher programming function. Some are designed to just sit there and sit in the bliss and the nirvana. But this 18th city serves a mystical purpose. It heals the split in the mental plane itself, bringing humanity closer and closer to its realization of oneness. It cannot and will not sit still until the great rift in the world mind has been healed. Higher realities perceives the mind not as a mere function of the human brain, but as a mental body or plane. Okay, it's not a function of the human brain. It is a mental plane, or what they know as a mental body, woven into your living aura, because you're not physical. This mental body is both an individual construct in the human auric field and a great plane that unites all human beings as one. And I know perfection only exists within the timeless realm. It is beyond time and space because it is the end of evolution. Perfection brings the end of evolution. Remember that. The Bodhisattva gene key, this Bodhisattva gene key keeps returning to our planet as individual human beings whose sole purpose is to build the collective vision of perfection on the material plane. Again, it's about penetrating. The 46 is about penetrating spirit, penetrating the physical. And then this one, okay, this is about to build this collective vision of perfection on the material plane. All human beings are involved in this great dance, whether they are aware of it or not. We are all moving towards a single dream of a species that will one day attain perfection and reach the end of its story. As we will all one day see, the end of the story also happens to be the beginning of our universal life. Oh, it's magic. You know, So again, reward, back to the beginning of this reading. We started with the tarot. We had all of our rewards, material rewards, rainbow body, rainbow bridge, spirit into the physical. Come on now, all the material possessions in love, emotional fulfillment, ace of cups. We had the Fool, again, birthing the end of the human evolution, the beginning of the celestial evolution. I'm just saying the beginning of our universal life with our multidimensionality. We're multidimensional beings. We're not sixth root race. We've already had the shamans. We are the seventh. And this is ending, okay, yeah, the judgment, again, Pluto, the judgment card, come on. Judgment, Jinki 18 is perfection. It's the shadow of judgment. We have the judgment card, Pluto. I said my Pluto's in Jinki 18 because it is, but Pluto card, judgment. This is seen as the time and space, okay, which we move out of physical realm, perceptual reality of time and space. We move into multidimensionality, timelessness. Jinki 18 is timelessness. This is where perfection happens, is in timelessness, because we're no longer localized. Our thoughts and our experiences are no longer localized in time, in the sense that we've been living in linearity. And it says in the Bible, nobody will know the time or the day. You know why? Because they would have fucked with the Satan, short period of Satan, the devil, right? The greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing humanity there was no devil, but there is. But there is, because if there's a good God, then there's gotta be a devil in duality. So shut the fuck up with your spirituality. And there is. In manifestation, there is. And there are embodiments of these beings running around. The devil's goonies, these little minions running around, being the embodiment of evil. Okay, is there good or evil? No, ultimately, no. All is one. All is source, creation. But in the motherfucking experience of the human evolution, bitch, we got duality. All right? So stop with your spiritualism bypassing and fucking get hooked in and make the decisions that you need to make yourself a better person. And then you can go sit in your cloud of fucking oneness and perfection and understanding. Okay? Okay. But until then, you have contrast. So our experience of universal, coming to universal consciousness and universal oneness is, again, we've already overcome, we've already revoked the ideology of time and space. But in time, there will be nobody will know the time or the day, because Satan, the short period of Satan, the Roman Catholic Church and all of its goonies, which are the synagogue of Satan, okay, and all of its other Abrahamic religions, the synagogue of Satan, all right, all of that is to create the confusion so nobody would know the day or the time. That's it. It's right now. It's it. Step in time, step in time, step in time, it's step in time. Humdulillah, humdulillah, humdulillah. So when we get into timelessness, the space of timelessness, perceptual timelessness, in when we're in a acidic state of consciousness, when that's bloomed within us and we're holding that frequency of timelessness, then that's, yes, when we perform we can perform the instantaneous healing with the Jinki 18. If you're carrying that code in your genetics, okay, as a healer, if you have Jinki 18, okay, or 17, 18, they are programming partners, or if you have the 27, 28. These are the 18 and 27 are the instantaneous healing codes. All right, woo! So we will one day see this. Again, the judgment, and then the last card that we got with that was the sun. Okay, the golden great awakening, okay, the golden age, if you will. Time doesn't fucking exist. Okay, what we're experiencing has been a collapse and of everything to close it all out. The human evolution, and to begin our universal life, our cosmic or celestial evolution. And that's why we have so many star seeds, and we're talking multidimensionality and plasma and stargates and all this stuff. Richard Rudd was just unaware, or if he was just unaware, or because he still righteously lives by we're coming into the sixth root race, by the way. He just had a whole seminar about it, the future human, which is the shaman or the sensitive or the sixth root race, according to him. in London in November of 2024. So he very much so believes that we're still coming into the sixth root race. He is oblivious to Tartara. He is oblivious. Okay, he is oblivious to the lies of history and all that. Like, he's just fucking oblivious to it. Either that, or he wrote this book to the level of consciousness that humanity was at in 2007 when this was published, or 2009 when it was published. So, and it's not to scrutinize him or anything, but I definitely deeply disagree with his ideology or ideas that we're the sixth root race. I have contested that since the beginning of my fucking journey with the Gene Keys. When I came across it, my first year with this book, it was also the first year when I read the 19, because I have the Gene Key 19, which is the future human. I was like, indigenous, and I had already had light language and sound alchemy. None of it made, when I was reading it, I was like, I always had contrast with it. That's why I could never be part of the cool girls club with the fucking Gene Keys clique, okay, because I disagreed with it, a lot of it. Anyways, again, that's why I'm a wave maker. I make my own way. I don't follow others, and I challenge authority. A rebel. How? What do you mean how? I didn't see your question. Well said. The Bodhisattva would send Satan healing to... No, he wouldn't. You're ridiculous. You're absolutely ridiculous. Oh my God, you're so adorable. Yes. We do send love to our enemies. Yes, we do. But not to the synagogue of Satan. I would never... You would never, ever, ever have to forgive that type of... Only somebody that's never been raped or abused would actually say that. Like, sorry, Jesse. I just don't think that you've ever actually had your body held, but you penetrated against your will. Yeah, you actually don't have to. You just have to have forgiveness for yourself. You don't ever have to have forgiveness for somebody that victimized, that really actually harmed you. That's so, like, this social media, new age spirituality is very, very, very diabolical in that way. You can find forgiveness for the abuser, for sure. That takes a lot of inner work. Yes, yes. I didn't say forgive him. Oh, you were? Okay. Well, then there you go. You have been molested. I'm sorry for your molestation. But you would never forgive somebody that had absolutely done some horrendous diabolical stuff. You don't ever have to. God would never, ever, Source Spirit would never, ever, ever expect you to have forgiveness for somebody that has done such heinous stuff. Even if you do understand why they're doing it to play a part, and that's basically when you get to a level of higher mind, and you can have that understanding and see why they do that, or why they played that role. And that's basically the way I was able to forgive my father and my abusers. But that does take an extreme amount of self-awareness. And most people that have gone through that level of trauma, intensity, and even more, like, I would never expect a mother that has seen her child been abused in the most horrendous ways to ever forgive the abuser. I wouldn't. For me, I can forgive it with me because it's me. But if they did it to my child, I would never find forgiveness for that. And I'm okay with saying that out loud. So, but that's all, like, for what you said, I think it's all, mumbo jumbo. New age spirituality stuff. Yeah, we have to learn forgiveness of self, understanding, and compassion. So, all right, perfection. What else did we have? I wasn't going to bring anything else into... It says, I See the Light. The song that came on next is I See the Light from Tangled. Mandy Moore. Because now I see the light. I love it. Annie, it's a hard knock life. All right, I'm picking some of my coins. And so I'm going to get... what is it? We're gonna get a little token and see what comes out. There it is, and I'll put the rest away. Oh, one fell out. Oh, crown, the crown fell. Oh my God, I love it. I went to go put the rest of my handful back in the bag, and this crown just fell right out of my hand. I love it. And with that, let me explain. Oh, is there any? I think they're already gone. I think they left the room. But let me explain. You're human until you've had the divine fully come within you. And so when you see like a bodhisattva that has the ability to forgive the unforgivable, okay, it is because they have the divine fully flowing through them. Okay, but their human aspects have already been polished, clean. But if you're still operating from the human, the ego, the personality, the trauma body, you cannot expect somebody that's in trauma to have forgiveness for an abuser, okay? But a bodhisattva, yes. Like, I think Jessie is a girl. I don't know if it's a girl or guy, but Jessie said yes. And then we got the octopus tail here. So I got the crown. I already showed you the crown. We have an octopus tail, which is Oct 8. It's like suction. I don't even know the hell that's going to represent, suction. I have the fairy. I have a little fairy that popped out. I have an avocado that came out. Nutrients, omegas, fairy. Got the magical blessings of the fairies from earlier today. Oh, and I got another. And this is a squid. Is this a squid? A giant squid? What is going on? Giant squid. Is there something coming up from the ocean? Oh no. And then I got this is what, the fire trine. I think it's fire. The fire trine. And we got miracle. Oh, come the fuck on. We got the miracle. Miracle came out. Out of all of I have all kinds of these that have things written on them. Miracle. Expect miracle. Expect a miracle. Music, harmony, balance. Got the moon that came out. We got 2 moons that came out. One moon with a star and one just a crescent moon. So we had 2 moons that came out. I had 2 musical notes come out. So there's harmony. That fell out next to the heart. The harmony fell out. One of the little musical notes was next to the heart here. And again, I think I showed you that cactus. And we have 2 trines. So this is going to be air. The other one was fire. I saw red, so I think fire. So I would see this one, I would think air. Or no. Yeah, air. And then I got the paw print and a flower. So paw being like, I think shaman. When I think of any kind of animal totem, I think of shamans. Oh, it flew over there, went over there. So I think of animal totems. So with the 7th, with what's coming through, I know I talked a lot. Would not be surprised if something pops up out of the water. I know, right? I even watched a video. I reposted it too on TikTok. They found an artisan well. There's been an artisan well for like 10 years out here in the Sarasota area. And these fucking Sarasota, I know that we're talking about the new moon. One Last Hope, Hercules is the song. Sorry, side quest over there. I reposted. Anyways, it's on my repost. It's just its most recent repost video. They found an artisan well going all the way. It's like a river of water, of pristine water, healing water, drinkable water that heals all ailments, has all kinds. It will heal the body. All right, it's for fucking 10 years. They've had it, and they've been trying to get the city of Sarasota to mainline it from Manatee County all the way down to Fort Lauderdale. And there are billionaires that are willing to pay for it all the way down in Fort Lauderdale. But the city council, okay, and all their dirty dirtbags and DeSantis hands in the pockets of, you know, big corporations and all this nasty pharma shit, okay? They're like, this. Watch the video and go to the dude's page, okay? Okay, things are changing. Absolutely, things are changing rapidly. Okay, So with that, oh, I didn't even realize the other side. I showed you just the crescent, but the crescent, I showed you the gold side of the crescent, but it had like red on it. So there's like a theme of red here, that root chakra energy, finding safety and security, being grounded. And again, it has to do with the coccyx. So I know I did talk about a lot of things tonight on this call in the live reading. Ooh, and I just pulled the deck to the Empress. Yes, the birth, and again, birthing new worlds. And the dove of peace and nurturing. Oh my God, fulfillment, commencement, new worlds, 9 of cups, fulfillment. Oh my God. I just have to go pick cards up, and these are the ones that came up. Wow. So the Empress, the dove here, you have, I think this is like Mount Shasta. It's gonna be, or I don't know, one of the main mountains. It looks like Mount Shasta, to be honest, the area, but I don't know. It could be any fucking mountain range. Waterfalls, new life, bringing new life, and it's got the flower in the back here. Again, that was the last thing that I picked up, was the flower. So there's a blooming. This is the blooming. Jupiter and Jinki, this is the blooming frequency in your life. Now, I know it's spoke of mystically and magically, but it is just as mundane, and it's like peace and joy and fulfillment and gratitude. Remember, the Bodhisattvas, the sages, the Alan Wattses, the Ram Dasses, like it is very attainable. It's not like the woo-woo shit you think with like starseed, and we will get to that point, but we are beginning the celestial human evolution. We are the seeds of the 7th root race. When we get the plasma body, plasma born, okay, when our bodies are emanating pure plasma, we've transfigured. I'm not going to limit if your body has that capacity. But when humanity as a whole gets there, it's because they're mentally, emotionally, and again, that's the message that's coming through with the 18, you know, is the perfection of the mental, emotional, and spiritual, okay, and physical of the body. And again, that happens to humanity as a whole. Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog? Garden of Eden.
I know they're wrong way.
This screams Florida. Louisiana.
They will find it, the rainbow connection.
Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection.
The dreamers and me.
The poets, the dreamers, and me. Poets, the dreamers, and me. Yeah, this is the Citic flowering for whatever wave. This is the Citic flowering. Like, I know I've been talking about this for fucking years, but this is actually really the manifestation of it in the physical fucking reality. Like, how many months, weeks, days that takes for you for that unfolding. May it be all at once, or maybe it be in stages of transformation and benevolence, bliss, and grace being bestowed in your life. But, and at whatever level that you're at, I know Shania's laughing, random squirrel moment. I know why you're laughing at me, squirrely. Okay. So yes, it was a squirrel moment, but it caught my ear, and I even have earbuds in, and it's still Kermit the Frog caught my ear. It was hilarious. But the dreamers and me. It's magic. We know that it's probably magic. If you've been half asleep. Have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is it a sweet sound? That called the young sailors? It might be one and the same. I don't know, you're gonna have to listen to this Kermit the Frog song. I'm gonna put it in my Telegram. There's something that I'm supposed to be. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. The lovers, someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. I love it. I love it. I love these little synchronicities, little massive. Spirit speaks through music. All right, Spirit speaks through everything. Everything interesting. Yeah. Welcome to the divine feminine life. Everything is everything. We just intuit everything. The Three of Worlds, nurturing, again, apples, orchards. I have an apple orchard here. It looks like Jupiter. This looks like Jupiter right here. And then you have one of these birds. I can't remember what the fuck this bird is called. Then you have the elephant. So yeah, it's definitely Jupiter. The elephant, Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, the nurturer, the benevolent, the giver. Oh, and it's also got Saturn up in here too. Oh, blue, Jungle Book. I want to be like you. Ooh. I want to walk like you, talk like you. See, music. There's new messages in the music. And then we got commencement, the Four of Worlds, the Four of Pentacles, essentially. But again, this is the ram. You have the buck here. This is very masculine energy. You have this new sun, okay? This new life. The ram, again, is representing the Godhead, or, you know, the head. Yeah, the Godhead, Aries. But ram, okay, how much space we can hold. It feels like new life bursting through, new space, new awareness, new clarity coming through within the physical. And then we have fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. So emotional, this is like the wish fulfillment card. Emotional fulfillment, all of these divine, these decadencies, that's the word I want to use, is decadence here. It's delight and decadence, and you know, with all the beautiful flowers and wines, and it's like indulgence, divine indulgence with Gene Key 56 is that divine indulgence. To get, like, the purpose of living is to just get drunk on the divine, get lost in poetry and love and art and creativity, and in the essence of the divine, of that orgasmic essence, that state. Love it. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, let's have a closing. Do we want to do? Dun, 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 dun. Do we want to do a? What do I want to do to close? We'll just pull another card, I guess. We'll just get another oracle. We'll do an oracle card. We'll do my fairy oracle cards. I love fairy cards. I have a couple of fairy decks, but this one is so cute. It called to me tonight. So let's get a closing. My son wanted to play Rummy tonight, and since I kept having to postpone the live, so I'm gonna go play at least 30 minutes of Rummy, probably end up playing 40 minutes of Rummy with him on the front patio, and just spend some time with him. So I love you guys all. Thank you for being here in this live tonight and holding this energy in this space, and putting these energies into the field and integrating them in, and just knowing that the most abundant timeline is what we are walking into collectively. I love it. Transformation. And we will end on transformation and come together all right now over me. So we got the fairy of transformation, and then we got the come together. So all things. This fairy tells you to surrender to transformation in your life. That's happening for your highest good. Embrace the transformation. The best is yet to come. I love that. And come together says, fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. So thank you all you fairies, for working together, to elemental beings, okay, to get the job done, and energetically in your own life and collectively being here tonight, and this new moon with all these high potent frequencies and energies. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Mountain Man, Muffin Man. I'm gonna call you Muffin Man, man. Mike, I'm gonna call you the Muffin Man. Awesome. I'm so glad that you enjoyed this, Tamara. Thank you for being here, Yvette. Thank you, Marjorie, of course. As always, I love you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, the Muffin Man. Aw, thank you, Ellen, for being here. All of you guys are great teammates. We're doing this shit together, and the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. May it be as magical and mystical as our dreams have envisioned it to be. You hear me? I love you all. And have an amazing new moon in Virgo. May it bring ecstatic, orgasmic, inner orgasmic energies. Thank you, Rachel. Love you too, sis. Love you. Have a great night. I know he's, oh, purity. Fuck it. We out. And we're done on that. Purity. Oh my gosh. Always trust in the purity of your heart. And it's pink. Ah. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within you, you will find the answer to your question. And we know because it's already been written and it's already been done. And this is the time that we are all destined to be here for. So, said we out. We out. I love you. Bye, sis. Bye, brothers. Thank you all for being here. Alberto, thank you all. And I'll see you in the next live as, I don't know, whatever the divine wants me to channel, I will be there. I'll be there. Okay, I'll stop singing. I love you. Bye.